Why, hello there, and welcome to, well, nothing, to be perfectly honest. It's been approximately 4 months since I recorded last. I've been doing some Minecon, a little bit of Limbo, and I just took a break, started college, the whole college ordeal type of thing. But now I am back. I am back, and I am pretty much, found some time to record. I got Camtasia, so I can now record browser-based stuff, because Fraps, well, be quite frank, Fraps is a piece of crap unless you're playing a full-screen game. Even when you play a full-screen game, you obviously need a separate hard drive to run Fraps. But that's besides the point. So now I have gameplay for you. Let me switch this. And we're going to start the gameplay. Yeah, this is a Pokemon Online match. I am using Pokemon.aosoft.org to replay the battle that I did. I am quite noobish when I play, but I feel like I have a pretty balanced team right now. We're working on tweaking it. So yeah, let's get this started. Okay, I'm facing SC Fluttershy. So I lead out with my Swampert, and she leads out with her Ninetales. I'm obviously thinking she's gonna go with the Solar Beam, so I sent out my Blissey to take the Solar Beam. Solar Beam, sorry. It only does about 10%. Blissey's really bulky, especially defensive-wise. I'm then going to, after leftovers, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go for the Toxic. I'm pretty sure I go for the Toxic. Sandstorm. Yeah, I go for the Toxic. So I get my Toxic up, and I found I was Toxic. I get buffed by the Sandstorm, but after leftovers recovery, I'll be back up to almost 100%. That's not really that big of a deal. And I Protect, get a little more Toxic damage on this thing. I just want to make sure it's going to get a lot of Toxic damage on it, and I'm pretty sure Earthquake's going to do a lot of damage. So after leftovers, little Sandstorm, and he takes more Toxic damage. Let me see here. This was a while ago. I sent on my Gengar because he's obviously going to go for another Earthquake since I can't Protect again. I'm immune, Levitate. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball. I might be going for the... I go for the Substitute. I'm going to go for the Substitute. Yeah, this is a sub-punching Gengar. It kind of throws people off a little bit because they don't expect the sub-puncher, but he's going to roar me out into my Haxorus. I'm not going to be able to do much with my Haxorus right now. I'm going to set up a Dragon Dance. I'm going to DD up, or some people say. I don't think anybody says that besides the point. I'm going to set up a Dragon Dance for 1 point. Yeah, he's going to set up a Toxic, which is really going to put a damper on my Haxorus, but it's not too big of a deal because I'm pretty sure one Dragon Claw should be able to take out this Hippowdon. And he's taking Hippowdon's still taking Toxic damage, so it's not really that big of a deal. And one Dragon Claw does indeed take out the Hippowdon. So right now it's a 6-on-5 lead for me. My Haxorus is up +1/+1, and I have Toxic damage. It's gonna send up a Abomasnow, and the person I was facing had a really weird team setup. It was like it had a Politoed, a Tyranitar, a Ninetales, and an Abomasnow, and those are 4 different weather teams. So I'm not sure what she was going for in this battle. It's kind of because look, here comes this Tyranitar. Here comes the Sandstorm again. Got rid of the Hail, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But I'm going to go for the Outrage just because I know I could go for the Dragon Claw, but I just want to get as much damage on this thing as is, and I'll die anyways from Toxic damage, and there was no saving this thing. So I figured I'll go for the Outrage. No, excuse me. Get as much damage on this thing as I can, and then, go from there. I'm going to send on my Gliscor. Pretty good physical wall. I got to switch it up, though. I put Swords Dance on it, but I'm going to probably switch it out for Protect. I use Earthquake, gets rid of it really quickly. The crit didn't matter. When I also set out as Politoed, I'm obviously going to be fearing the Water-type move. Yeah, he's going to set up the Drizzle already, and I'm going to go back into my Blissey. It's going to take rock damage. Not too big of a deal. I'm fearing the Ice move. Only about 9%. I'm max special defense, max HP. I use this as a wall. Not too big of a deal. So he's going to call the Politoed back and set out Ninetales, probably to get some Fire Blasts off or something like that. The Drought kicks up, which is why this team is weird, because it has 4 different rain effects, like 4 different weather effects. And they don't really make sense because like nothing based off those effects. So I'm going to go for the Toxic, just to get something Toxic. I'm probably going to go for the Reflect right here. Not the Reflect, the Protect. I go for Protect, get that up. I'm going to block Didn't really matter. It goes for the Nasty Plot, so I probably should have like seismic tossed or wished. It's kind of weird referring to Pokemon moves in the third person. Anyway, so it's gonna go for the Fire Plat. It's gonna do around half, a little bit less than half. I'm gonna Wish Up, knowing I can just protect next turn. I know it's pretty noobish to be using a Blissey, but it does work and it is allowable. So I don't know why more people don't use it. I understand it's noobish, but if it works, it works, which doesn't make much sense to me. I was called a noob for using a Blissey against one guy. It doesn't really bother me too much because it is a Pokemon. I've actually used Blissey. I actually like Blissey. It's not like, oh, it's the best Pokemon special defense. No, I actually like Blissey. Yeah, so that Fire Blast, it does way 77%. But with Toxic up, I'm going to set up another Wish. Next turn, it's dead because I'm just going to Protect again. Actually, no, it died this turn due to poison. Never mind, I forgot I Toxic it. No, I knew that. Okay, now this Altaria, oh my god, this thing gave me like the biggest scare in existence. Oh, excuse me. Oh god, I'm sorry. So, I'm going to set up Protect. It's going to go over for Dragon Dance, Attack and Speed Rose. So at this point, I'm getting a little worried, just for the sheer fact that this thing could potentially sweep my team, depending on how many DDs it sets up. So I'm going to call my Blissey back and set up my Gliscor. I'm going to take some rock damage, and I'm pretty sure it's going to go for the Dragon Claw, and it's going to do about 43%. Now my Gliscor is pretty much fucked in this matter. It can't do much. I'm running X-Scissor, Aerial Ace, an Earthquake. Earthquake's not going to do anything. X-Ray's not going to do anything. Aerial Ace is not going to do a lot either. Not a lot I can do in that situation. I probably should have switched into Gengar first off. So I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball here because I know I can still outspeed it. Never mind, I don't outspeed it. It outspeeds me, even with +1/+1. So I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball. Does about 50. Does about half. It doesn't really... He's going to Roost. I'm just going to go for another Shadow Ball. And then, so hold on, let me pause this real quick. At this point in the battle, I'm watching this and he roosted. I did Shadow Ball, so my Shadow Ball is doing between 43% and 50%. So it's a pretty good consistent damage, and he can just roost that off, but only so many roost. So right now I'm thinking he's going to roost, so I do this. So he's going to roost up. He's got the speed bonus, so he's going to roost. He's trying to keep this Atari alive. I still have 4 Pokemon left. Not all I can do. But I'm going to go for the Hypnosis and put it to sleep. It was a pretty good play on my part, I think. It can't roost, it can't DD anymore, and it's asleep, meaning I can just get free attacks off on it. And it should be asleep between 2 to 3 turns, so 2 to 5 turns, I'm sorry. So I'm going to go for another Shadow Ball, does about 47% damage. So I'm just going after leftovers. Still asleep. I'm going to go for another Shadow Ball and kill it. So that Altaria gave me the biggest scare, but I wasn't too worried about it. I didn't even use my Infernape this battle. Or my Swampert that much. I might switch out Swampert for Quagsire just because it has the, what's that ability called? The one where stat changes don't affect it. I think it is. Okay, so I make a sub. He's going to use Hydro Pump, so I get rid of my sub instantly. I'm going to get some Leftovers Recovery. Because a sub-punching Leftovers Gengar is pretty good if you use it right. I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball, and it's going to get a special defensive drop, but it's going to take out my Gengar. So it's not bad. It's not good, but I'm going to go back into my Blissey. Obvious reasons. It's a special attacker. I'm a special wall. It's Hydro Pump's only doing 31%. I can Wish and Protect that off really easily. But I'm going to go for the Toxic. Just so this thing is guaranteed to die at this point. All I gotta do is stall it out. Worst comes, because what I have left is this Blissey, an Infernape, and a Swampert. My Infernape's gonna get killed by this thing, and my Swampert is pretty much dead. It's a normal water, but I think a Hydro Pump will be able to take out my Swampert because it's more attack-based than defensive-based. So he's gonna keep Hydro Pumping. It's not doing too much to me. I'm just gonna use a Wish, get my health back. It's pretty much game over at this point. There's nothing much. He could potentially try to stall me out, but the Toxic's gonna get him. I'm gonna Protect. I'm gonna get my health back, and it's GG no re. At this point, there's not a lot he can do. So that was a fun battle. Yeah, replay ends here. He quit. I don't blame him. Blissey is technically a troll in everyone's opinion, but in my opinion, it's a good Pokemon. So on that note, I will bring. If you want to see more of these, leave a comment. If tell your friends, subscribe, like. I think if you're actually watching this, you're subscribed to another commentator. So I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you to like or subscribe. If you like it, like it. What you just know the drill. I mean, does it need to be that self-explanatory? Do I need to you go down, go down. Yes, you go down and hit the like button. Yes, the one with the thumbs up. Oh, that button. Oh, I thought it was the thumbs down button. So yeah, I'm just trying to post some gameplay, kind of miscommentating a little bit. I have a mic, still kind of laggy in honest opinion, but so I'm gonna wait to get my separate hard drive for, oh god, I'm gonna wait to get my separate hard drive for fraps and all that kind of stuff. So I will see you all next time.